I'm so sorry for not being active lately. Just to make up for it, I took over Jugboat's channel, and here is a video by me, Jugboat's assistant. Jugboat will be making a live stream this week for sure, so stay tuned for that. See you guys in the video. Number 5. Annabelle the Doll. According to some paranormal experts, there was a spirit of a 7-year-old child in the doll by the name of Annabelle who had been killed outside of their apartment house in an automobile accident. If you have watched any of The Conjuring, 2013, Annabelle, 2014, or Annabelle, Creation, 2017, you should have seen that creepy doll named Annabelle. She is based on a real, but less creepy looking, doll called Annabelle, which is on display at Ed and Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. The story of Annabelle's creepiness began in 1970, after a woman bought her for her daughter. People soon started accusing the doll of random attacks and even attempting to strangle a family friend. Ed and Lorraine Warren investigated the criminal activities of the doll and concluded she was possessed by an evil spirit. They decided to take Annabelle to their museum, but their car's brakes and steering mysteriously refused to work until they sprinkled holy water on the back seat, where Annabelle sat. Ed kept the doll inside a glass box fortified with prayers. That probably didn't stop Annabelle from committing more atrocities, though. A boy and his girlfriend once had an accident on their way home after Ed sent them out of the museum for mocking Annabelle and banging on her box. Number 4. The Anguished Man. The Anguished Man is a painting owned by the family of Sean Robinson. Sean says it was originally owned by his grandmother, who had always complained that it was evil. His grandmother often spoke of a man walking around her house at night and several mysterious sounds, including that of an unseen person crying. Sean's grandmother added that the artist who created the painting mixed his blood with the oil paint he used. After he completed the painting, he committed suicide. Sean claims his family started experiencing strange events after receiving the painting, following the death of his grandmother. Sean himself complained of seeing a mysterious person crying, a strange mist at the top of his stairs, and a man standing at the foot of his bed, staring at him. Sean sometimes took the painting on tours to haunted locations across the UK. During one such tour at Chillingham Castle, John Sage, one of the most powerful spirits in the castle, reportedly angrily threw a bench upside down because of the presence of the uninvited spirit. Number 3. The Hands Resist Him. The Hands Resist Him depicts a young boy standing on a porch with what looks like the life-size dummy of a girl. Behind them is a glass door with lots of hands. The painting was created by Bill Stoneham and is a recreation of a similar photograph his parents had taken of him and a neighborhood friend when he was just 5. In 1972, Stoneham, now grown and married, was contracted by Charles Fingerton to create 2 paintings a month for his gallery. It was during this contract that Stoneham created the painting and titled it after a poem written by his wife. The poem, titled Hands Resist Him, was about Stoneham's adoption and the fact that he never got to meet his real siblings. The painting was almost like the photograph, except that Stoneham added lots of hands to the glass door behind the children, and made the girl into a dead-eyed dummy. Whether the hands have bodies or not is left to the viewer to decide, although no bodies are visible. In 1974, actor and producer John Marley bought the painting. The story of the painting being haunted started after 3 people involved with it, including Marley, died between 1978 and 1984. However, Marley sold the painting before his death, and it appeared on eBay in 2000. The family selling it claimed their daughter saw the children leaving the painting and fighting. No one in the family believed the girl at first, and her father even set up a motion camera to prove her wrong. To everyone's surprise, the camera supposedly caught the girl leaving the painting and forcing the boy out at gunpoint. The painting was bought by Kim Smith, who soon started complaining of several mysterious anomalies, which he claimed started right from the moment he sent the first email to bid for the painting. Several people who viewed the painting's ad on eBay also had similar complaints. This is the reason why the painting is sometimes called the haunted eBay painting. Number 2. The Cursed Mirror of the Myrtles Plantation. The Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, is another haunted home in the U.S. Its most haunted item is a 200-year-old mirror. The story goes that the mirror became haunted after a slave called Chloe poisoned a cake, killing Sarah, the wife of the owner of the plantation, and 2 of her daughters. The souls of the deceased were trapped in the mirror, from which they haunted the plantation. Visitors to the plantation often note strange handprints and drip marks on the mirror. Some even confirmed seeing people dressed in old-style clothes inside it. The mirror's backstory is somewhat disputed, since there is no record of a slave named Chloe ever working on the plantation. Also, according to the plantation's records, Sarah and 1 of her daughters died of yellow fever, while the other one survived into adulthood. Number 1. Robert the Doll. Robert is said to be the world's most terrifying haunted doll. He has been. Number 1. Robert the Doll. Robert is said to be the world's most terrifying haunted doll. He has been accused of causing every unfortunate incident, from car accidents to broken bones to divorce. Some have even blamed him for losing their jobs. Robert was originally owned by artist Robert Eugene Otto, who received him as a birthday present from his grandfather when he was still a child. Otto kept Robert into adulthood. At one time, he displayed Robert at one of the windows of his house. However, school children soon noticed that Robert frequently appeared and disappeared from the window. Bought Otto's house in 1974. Visitors to the house soon started complaining of strange footsteps and laughter. Some even claimed that Robert changed his countenance whenever someone spoke ill of Otto. Reuter herself complained that Robert walked around the house when no one was watching. In 1994, she donated Robert to Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Remember, liking the video and showing more support of the video means you guys want a part 2. I'll see you guys in the next video. Jugboat signed off.